Halo Lur, selamat datang kembali di channel To Be Ak. Apa kabar semuanya hari ini? Admin doakan semua dalam keadaan sehat. Amin. Kali ini, kita akan menyaksikan reaksi dari 4 reaktor saat memeriksa Alip Ba Ta Love of My Life. Mari kita mulai Lur.
Seen him popping up on my search, my For You page kind of thing. But I've never checked out any of his songs or material, shall we say. I was going to do Bohemian Rhapsody, but then I saw he'd done a cover of Love of My Life, which is probably my favourite Queen song, certainly my favourite Queen ballad anyway. And I love this song, I absolutely love this song. So that's why I chose this one over Bohemian Rhapsody. As much as I love Bohemian Rhapsody, this is a little bit different.
That's the first time for him seeing it.
I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. This had like 6 million views or something, so let's get stuck in. Nice. I want to try and pause it as little as possible. However, there's things I want to talk about as well. So if you want to see the original in full, obviously go and support Alip by watching his original video. It's really nice styles and techniques he's using. I'm not going to use any technical terms too much because I want everybody to kind of enjoy this reaction. But
what was that twist right here? I have to rewatch this. What was that? So good. I have to rewatch it. Let's rewatch.
For a second, it's really funny when you hear a tune like this. You really hear the tunes of the Queen, that they really sound like opera music, especially when it becomes, you know, he plays it with acoustic guitar. It becomes much more classic. You immediately sounded like, yeah, it was playing like an old instrument, like those old piano. Also the way he does the melody with the voice and the chords. So you as a guitar player, like you sing this, what you think? The first thing that you comes to mind?
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, the guys, they told me that it's just, you know, it's just a guy like driving the forklifts and you know, he goes home and he plays guitar.
What's quite nice about not just fingerpicking and using the plectrum as well is that he's able to give a lot more of a drone effect on some of the notes. So where he's got some of the notes he's playing with an open string, well, there's a capo, but where he's playing, just letting the note ring underneath the melody, it just adds a bit of flavour and a bit of colour to it. Normally, without a pick, I would do that as a flamenco style, where I would sort of spin my fingers like that, which you see a lot in Spanish music. But this is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I love this version of it. I like the sort of hybrid style of pick and fingers as well. Big fan of that. It's really nice, and it's doing the song justice.
It's amazing that he does both with the finger and the pick together, right?
This is awesome. I'm already loving this so much. So good, so good. Okay, let's continue.
And I'm always blown away by this. You know, normal dude somewhere in Indonesia with this level of talent. And you that you play guitar, you know that there are just few people like they're so skilled like this. You know, like he's so incredible. So it's just a funny discovery, this guy. So let's continue.
lovely. There's a couple of things I noticed about his style that I really enjoyed, because I'm a big fan of the percussive style of acoustic playing, this all-in-one instrument that you get from people like Tommy Emmanuel, Newton Faulkner. They're the two that kind of, Eric Roch is another one, who was Newton Faulkner's guitar tutor at one point, I believe.
He closes his eyes and he really feels the song, and you can tell by the way he plays it. It's very, it's not robotic, you know. I've seen people who play very robotic, like very note on note, but you can tell by his face and by the way he plays, he really feels it, and I love it. I love when people and musicians feel what they're playing. That's it's amazing. Face, he knows exactly, he nailed this part. He's like, I know what I did there. I know that was so good. You have to rewatch this. Look at his face.
But one of the nice things about this style that Alip Ba Ta's playing is you can tell there's more of a classical influence, because I always say that he's not afraid to use his little finger. So where there's certain notes that most sort of, if you're not classically trained, you would probably naturally go for this ring finger here, because it's more, it's got more power behind it. It's easier to, I say easier to use. But on a classical guitar, compared to an electric or an acoustic, it's a lot harder to stretch. So you would naturally use, and nylon strings as well are easier to press. So you would use your little finger more.
It makes it look like so simple.
Great. You know what I love most is his facial expression while he's playing the song, and his little twist with the where I mentioned it before. You don't know. He could just play one tone, but he made this little twist thing with his fingers. It's amazing. He made the song his own version of it, which is so great, really.
And he does this a few times. There's a few little pieces, little bits where, I mean, you will use it for voicings where there's a lot of different notes in the chord. But if there's a few little slides, like here, he probably could have used his first and third here, but he chose to use first, second, third, but he chose to use the fourth. And he's got some hammer-ons and pull-offs and things like that. Just reminds me of a classically trained guitarist. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. And it's got a nice sound out of that guitar as well with that microphone there as well. This is a really beautiful cover. I'm going to have to check out more of his stuff. I'm going to have to check out his Bohemian Rhapsody as well, which I was going to do. But I chose to do this one because I love this song. It's one of my favourite songs of all time.
I mean, I can try to play along with piano and sing along to it, but I feel like I would destroy this piece, to be honest.
That's really nice.
Empat reaktor terlihat terdiam sejenak saat Alip Ba Ta mulai memainkan Love of My Life dengan gaya fingerstyle yang begitu khas. Setiap dari mereka tampak terpana mendengar bagaimana petikan gitar Alip Ba Ta membawa suasana tenang dan syahdu. Mereka tidak menyangka bahwa lagu ikonik dari Queen bisa dibawakan dengan begitu halus dan penuh perasaan hanya dengan gitar. Saat Alip Ba Ta melanjutkan penampilannya, mereka mulai terkesima dengan bagaimana dia bisa mengisi setiap nada dengan emosi mendalam. Ada yang berkomentar bahwa dia berhasil menangkap esensi dari lagu ini. Seolah-olah dia berbicara langsung dengan instrumen yang dimainkan. Setiap petikan jari terasa lembut, tetapi tetap tegas dalam menyampaikan emosi cinta dan kehilangan yang mendasari lagu ini. Salah satu reaktor mencatat bagaimana Alip Ba Ta tidak hanya menguasai teknik, tetapi juga bagaimana dia mampu menyampaikan pesan emosional dari lagu tersebut. Mereka kagum dengan kemampuan teknisnya, terutama ketika dia mampu menjaga melodi vokal Freddie Mercury tetap utuh sambil menambahkan sentuhan uniknya sendiri pada bagian-bagian tertentu. Mereka sepakat bahwa kemampuan ini tidak bisa dipandang sebelah mata. Setiap reaktor sepakat bahwa Alip Ba Ta memainkan lagu ini dengan kepekaan yang jarang terlihat pada musisi lain. Alih-alih hanya fokus pada teknis permainan gitar, dia berhasil menyuntikkan perasaan ke dalam setiap nada. Mereka terkesima dengan bagaimana dia bisa menghidupkan kembali sebuah lagu legendaris dan membuatnya terdengar segar, meskipun hanya dengan instrumen sederhana seperti gitar akustik. Reaktor lain menambahkan bahwa dalam penampilan Alip Ba Ta, ada harmoni yang sempurna antara keindahan teknis dan emosi yang kuat. Bagi mereka, ini bukan sekadar permainan gitar biasa. Alip Ba Ta menunjukkan kedalaman musikalitas yang membuat setiap penonton, termasuk mereka, merasakan setiap getaran dari petikan gitarnya. Mereka merasa bahwa Alip Ba Ta benar-benar memahami makna di balik setiap lagu yang dia mainkan. Salah satu dari mereka kemudian berbicara tentang keheningan yang terjadi setelah Alip Ba Ta menyelesaikan permainannya. Mereka semua terdiam, terhanyut dalam keindahan penampilannya. Menurut mereka, momen itu sangat mendalam dan menunjukkan betapa kuatnya musik sebagai sarana untuk mengungkapkan perasaan tanpa kata-kata. Alip Ba Ta mampu menciptakan suasana yang mempengaruhi mereka secara emosional. Empat reaktor ini sepakat bahwa Alip Ba Ta adalah musisi yang luar biasa. Mereka kagum dengan dedikasi dan keterampilan yang dimiliki Alip Ba Ta dalam menginterpretasi lagu-lagu legendaris dengan caranya sendiri. Menurut mereka, penampilan ini menunjukkan bahwa musik tidak memerlukan banyak instrumen atau aransemen yang rumit untuk menyentuh hati banyak orang. Alip Ba Ta membuktikan bahwa dengan satu gitar dan dedikasi yang tulus, dia bisa menyampaikan emosi yang begitu kuat dan menyentuh. Itulah lur untuk reaksi kali ini. Sampai jumpa lagi di video selanjutnya bersama channel To Be Ak. Admin ucapkan terima kasih banyak telah menonton.